Women, what do you find most confusing about men? Welcome back, folks. If you're a woman, I'm sure you would agree to the fact that men sure are the most confusing creatures on earth. Their actions and words are contradicting and don't make sense most of the time. Today we will look at some of the crazy doubts and questions shared by our baffled women Redditors that they have been dying to ask all the men out there. The initial stories shared prove the fact that men are careless and absent-minded. My husband's best friend is getting married soon. When I asked hubby for details, what I got is, it's in March in St. Augustine. That's nice, but when in March and where in St. Augustine? And what time of day? What's the dress code? Hubby just looked at me like I had two heads and said, they're getting married where Matt got married and it's in March, and then walked off. Thanks, babe, that really cleared it up. Also, who's Matt? It surely would be a surprise to see him at the wedding. What always confused me about my fiance is how he doesn't know anything about his family or friends. I asked him why his parents moved to our city we lived in now. It's a small town, so I'm always curious about how people end up here. And he's like, I don't know. So I went and I asked his mom what brought them here. And she went into this whole thing about how when they got out of the Navy, Mike, fiance's dad, he got an opportunity to be partner in a company down here. My fiance just sat there, slack-jawed, and said, I just thought dad worked for that company. I didn't know he was a part owner. We have had several of these type of moments in the past 6 years we've had today. It just amazes me that he doesn't think to ask just basic questions. I wonder where he lived his whole life. It would not come as a surprise he had walked into a different house thinking it was his own at a younger age. Hey, I don't want to nag, but can you take out the trash? Him, yep. Me, sees trash there the next day. That's just the usual stuff you face, isn't it, ladies? Why men rarely ask for further detail. Husband and friend make plans to a games night, starting at 5 p.m. at friend's place. That's all the info covered. Should we bring any games? It's at dinner time. Are we eating there? Are we meant to bring food? How many people are we feeding? Who is going to be there? Nothing. He knows nothing. What would we do without you, ladies? How I can tell my husband where something is and he can look right at it and say with certainty it's not there. The following few questions are about a weirdly close-knit bond the men show. In Dutch, guys call each other pik, which in English means dick. But then they say it in a friendly way because they're mates. Why call each other dick? This one deserves a laugh. The next one has been a popular question for quite some time now. Those handshakes you do, how do you coordinate it? It baffles me. Well, have you tried it out? Man talking golf to friends. I was on the third hole, my second shot, my ball was in the second cut about 6 feet from the big oak tree and 3 feet from the big root that looked just like the skinny chick's ass. I used my 3-wood and I hit the perfect shot, landing about 2 feet from the pin. Wife, can you pick up the third child from school today? Man, what school does he go to? Makes me wonder if golf is his child. My wife says she never understood how my friend walks into the apartment and goes straight to the kitchen and grabs stuff to eat and drink like it's his own home. On top of it, I don't give a fuck. She says she can never do it with her girlfriends. That's a classic one, is it not? Why some of the guys I know turn into completely different people when around their friends. I've seen women do it as well, but never that big of a 180 as the men I know. That's a sad situation to be in for sure. How men and their male friends don't really talk about anything important going on in their lives with one another. They will go through the worst heartbreak of their lives and not say anything about it. They don't communicate any major life events or ask each other any deep questions, only always talking about surface level shit like music or fishing, and it baffles me. They say men live longer, and it looks like we have proof for it now. That guys can go from fighting and beating each other up to suddenly being back to friends. Are you guys really friends? Is it just taking frustration out on each other? What is it and how? Tom and Jerry were guys, right? The next one is solely about the weird habits and practices, which sure is a huge lot. How they absolutely refuse to ask for help. Back when we had no smartphones, we were trying to find my friend's street, and this guy I was with preferred to walk aimlessly for 30 minutes before I had enough and dared to ask someone for directions. A little help wouldn't hurt now, would it? Why are guys so apprehensive about receiving gifts? Buddy, I found a cool pair of socks that looks like a shark is eating your foot, and I paid next to nothing for it. Why do you have to act like you now have to pay for my college tuition? Can I not just gift guys things for fun? We love you too, guys. What's the deal with guys not wanting to use lotion or chapstick? Every guy I've dated thus far has denied my offer of lotion or chapstick when they complain about having chapped lips and dry skin. Some lotion a day can keep the dry skin away. Why do you spit on the ground? I've never seen a single woman do this. That's bad manners now, y'all. Scrolls through channels on TV, sees movie, does not know when it started, has zero context about the plot, watches the rest of the movie anyway. Who cares, right? Apparently men can go into mental neutral and not have to think about anything. If this is true, how the fuck does that even work? Also, hands in pants while watching TV and relaxing? Don't get it. When you guys wear skinny jeans, where the fuck does your dick go? Like, not sexually, but as a concerned person. Does it just like get tucked in or something? Wouldn't that hurt when you take off your jeans at the end of the day? Even when men can take a leak without sitting on the toilet, how can they aim with a flaccid penis? Or is it flaccid? The tricks they use are unknown to many. Great men never reveal their plans, do they? Why does it take you so long to poop? Do you not have enough fiber in your diet? Are man poops unfathomably large to a woman and just take so much effort to pass? Maybe you're just sitting there playing with your phone? Most men I've met spend at least half an hour each time pooping. If a woman spent a half an hour on the toilet, you'd be worried she's passed out in there or something. Hilariously true. A guy asked my friend for her number. He never called. Something similar happened to me. Why even bother getting someone's phone number? That again is a sad situation to be in for sure. Why hide the fact that they are obsessed with hugs and other platonic forms of physical affection? Men. Why they throw their clothing on the floor next to the hamper when there is a perfectly good hamper right next to them? Baffling. That's not done, guys. These might be frequent questions coming into all the girls out there. Have you ever asked a guy for an answer for it? Are they actually weird? Comment your thoughts down below and please subscribe to our channel before you leave.